What is up, guys? This is Jager-M from ScreenCasterz coming at the Yu-Gi community right now with a video of the 5 surprise side deck cards that you won't see coming. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright, first little tech of mine side deck card is Memory Loss. No one ever sees this card coming. No one really special summons a Judgment Dragon or a Necros of Trishula or even a 101 in defense mode. Uh, to explain, its effect is when a face-up attack position monster your opponent controls just activate an effect, except during the damage step, of course. Negate that effect, and if you do, change that monster to face-up defense position. That is incredible. It negates that effect permanently. That effect, that's the key word. So if you negate Judgment Dragons when they pay 1,000, nuke the field, you negate that effect. He still mills 4, but he won't be able to nuke the field anymore. Also, that monster is changed to defense mode, which is incredibly powerful. 101, he detaches his 2 materials. Oh, that's cool. Puts him in defense mode. Now he has no materials. Easily ran over. Castell, same way. Exiton is really terrible with this because no one really summons Exiton Knight in defense mode. They put him in attack mode because they fear 0 defense is going to be easily ran over. Well, this ensures it and makes sure that when you attack it, he can't detach for his effect anymore. And no one really Black Rose Dragons in defense mode. And if you do this against Black Rose Dragon, it's basically just a body on the field now, because only really plant decks could use its other ability. And most of these cards I've named on here, they have weaker defense than they do attack, which is really great. So it makes things a lot easier to get over and stops their pesky effects. Um, the next one, Pinpoint Guard. I love this card. This is my personal tech in almost all my decks. I love this card to death. But for you guys who don't know, its effect reads: when opponent's monster declares an attack, target one level 4 or lower monster in your graveyard. Special summon it in face-up defense position. You cannot be destroyed by battle card effects this turn. It's like reminds you a lot like Call of the Haunted, or older players might remember the card Shallow Grave, but kind of rolled into one. It's basically a more defensive Call of the Haunted. Because when you call the Haunted, like against your like say when they're attacking you, you want to avoid the more damage for the body in the field. This get does that for you in throws. It is so great. Like you bring back level 4. Let's say for example, not Photon Thrasher. For example, Summoner Monk. First summon defense mode. They can't get over a Summoner Monk that turn. So it stops the OTKs. It is really well. It doesn't even say it has to be a direct attack. It doesn't have to be like and a monster or anything. It's a very great card. And it gives you like any monster level 4 or lower on the field. So it goes great with XZ's plays and so forth. I usually bring on break 4s and so forth. The third one, Dark Bribe. Uh, I usually try to 7 tools, but this is personally better for me. It's a counter trap, so it can stop almost any spell or trap it needs to. It stops both spells and traps. Its effect reads: when your opponent's spell or trap is activated, your opponent draws a card, but also negate the spell and trap after activation, and if you do, destroy it. Alright, so when you're trying to go for the OTK, you're pushing for game, and they like, for example, you attack and they deprison you, this stops that. They lance your monster, make it slightly weaker to the monster you're attacking. Dark Bribe stops that. Dark Bribe is such a great card. And cool thing with Dark Law, if you activate this and Dark Law is on the field, like your side of the field, they draw a card. It's outside of their draw phase. So you get to banish one random card in their hand. It goes great, and it's such a great card. Number 4, Starlight Road. This used to be a really popular card not too long ago. But when things started getting more heavy with the hate and heavy storm and all that stuff, this is a good counter for it. It stops the effect. Well, better read the effect first anyway. Its effect reads: activate only when an effect is activated to destroy 2 or more cards you control. Negate the effect, destroy that card, then special summon one Spark. You can special summon one Stardust Dragon from your extra deck. So, Exiton, for example, stops the effect, nukes Exitons himself, grants you Stardust, and gives you a body in the field that you stop the effect, destroy the monster. You know how it goes. And most decks kind of have a hard time getting around Stardust if you think about it. They have to put a lot more resources into getting rid of it. They can't just Dark Hole or Raigeki Stardust because, he'll come back. They really have to basically beat them by battle or bounce them or all the shenanigans they do. But number 5 is basically better Starlight Road. The huge revolution is over. It's a counter trap that reads when a spell, trap card, or affect monster's effect is activated, it destroys 2 or more cards on the field, negate the activation, and banish it. It banishes the monster, which is really key here. Most decks themselves revolve around the graveyard and playing around with it. This card says no to that. It says, like, screw your shit, no. You're not coming back. Because most decks, they don't really bring stuff back from the banish zone outside of Levier or DDR, Different Dimension Reincarnation. And it's a counter trap. So it basically gets over. It basically has higher speed spell than any other card other than a counter trap. Yeah, but it's a really great card to me. Alright, so that's all 5 of them. Do you have any hidden tech side cards? Let us know in the comments below. I'm always interested to see what you guys have. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. This is Jager-M from ScreenCasterz, speaking for the Yugi community. As always, have a nice day. See ya.